Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and I'm so grateful that you have joined us. We are on the 6th chakra. We're taking a journey through the chakras, doing some clearing and balancing and just familiarizing ourselves with the chakras. And so we're on the 6th one, which is the third eye chakra, the indigo. And I have 2 stones to share with you. One is a great third eye chakra stone. It's called sodalite. And it's kind of that bluish purple because that's what the indigo color is. And the other one is blue aventurine, which you can often find blue aventurine in a bluish purple. So those are the 2 stones that I would like to recommend. And I'm sure there's plenty others. I like to use sodalite actually when I'm working with clients because it fits very nicely right there. And the third eye chakra is right behind that spot above your eyebrows in the middle of your head. So let's get started. So let's begin with our 3 nice, really deep breaths. First, breathing into the chest, filling up the front of your chest, feeling your ribs kind of expand a little, your skin expand. Hold it for a moment and then and now fill up your chest, front and back. So your upper chest and your upper back, your rib cage, front and back. Just feel your rib cage expand, feel the skin in your upper back and your chest expand. Fill it up, breathe in, hold it for a moment and then release really slowly. Feel your shoulders go down. And now take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Fill up your chest, your upper back, and your belly. Just imagine all 5 lobes of your lungs expanding all the way into your belly. Take a nice deep breath. Feel the skin stretch in your whole torso as you expand, expand, expand. Hold it for a moment and then release really slowly. And as you release, notice your shoulders sinking down. So today we are going to focus on the third eye chakra, which is indigo, bluish purple, or purplish blue, right behind your forehead. And as we get started, let's imagine this beam of white light coming up from the center of the earth. And as it reaches the soles of our feet, we press our feet, ankles, knees, and upper legs together and just squeeze our legs. Just feel all that energy. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Tighten all the muscles to the bones in your legs and feet. And when you exhale, release it. Notice the extra blood flow in your legs and your feet. And now we're going to do the lower torso. So pull up your pelvic floor, tighten your glutes, pull your lower abs in, tuck your hips in, sort of, and just kind of squeeze your pelvis. Take in a breath. Squeeze, 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 and as you exhale, let it go. Yeah, so that was our root chakra at the tailbone and the sacral chakra, the orange, just below the navel. And now we're going to relax our heart chakra, the rest of our solar plexus chakra, the yellow right above the navel, and the heart chakra at the heart space. So I invite you to clench your hands gently and bring them up to your shoulders. Tuck your arms into your sides. Either pull your body forward, like so you're squeezing your forward, like your rib cage in the front, or backward, or maybe you do a little bit of both and pull your shoulder blades together, whatever way it feels best for you. But in this next breath cycle, breathe in and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And let it go. And notice even the blood flow increase in your fingers. I mean, it feels really good. And now we've got the top 3 chakras, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. So pull your shoulders up to your ears, tuck your chin gently, pull all of your facial muscles to your skull and kind of tighten up, squeeze your head with your shoulders. And just squeeze everything right there at the top of your body. Squeeze, 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 and then let it go. Let your shoulders drop. And just spend a moment feeling that increased blood flow. And so we're going to focus on the third eye chakra, which is that bluish purple. It's about, the third eye chakra is about vision, whether it's inner vision, as in seeing yourself, understanding yourself, inner wisdom, or seeing the truth around you. I think some of us, our first experience with the third eye is when we are told lies and we are told that they are true. We, as children, we know. We know a lot more than we're given credit for. And, if, I don't know if you've ever seen that little sign that says, as far as everyone knows, we're a nice, healthy family. And I think that's one of the lies that we're also asked to tell, but also asked to believe. And it kind of messes with our third eye, because it's like this, we know in our heart of hearts that the way people are treating each other, if you had this experience, and certainly you did it sometime in your childhood, where someone gets by with really bad behavior. And it's not healthy and it's not good for anyone, but it's accepted. And so your third eye says, that's not true. Your third eye will not lie to you. Your third eye sees the truth, knows the truth. So let's just feel some white light moving around inside of our heads, because that's where the third eye is. It's inside of our heads, behind our foreheads. Imagine this beam, there's an axis, the way I see it, an axis going from our tailbone all the way up to the crown, and all of our chakras are discs spinning on this axis. So you've got this bluish purple, and see whichever shade of bluish purple you like, whether it's a beautiful periwinkle, that light bluish purple, which is probably my favorite color, or the darker like denim blue. Doesn't matter. It's whatever you like. And just see it spinning on its axis. Now see a beam of white light in the center of it. And because it's spinning, the white light, as soon as it enters the very center of it, it moves outward. And as it does, and you might even feel this as a sensation in your head, like a little bit of dizziness, just feel that white light moving through your third eye chakra. Releasing what no longer serves you, balancing your third eye, also giving you permission to see more than you have before, if you'd like to. So I had a wonderful group of women and one man, actually, a group of people here on this past week, and it was amazing how insightful they were and how much more vision that they had than they gave themselves credit for. And I think that's true of so many of us. Often, if you want to see spirits, you think you see something out of the corner of your eye, and then you look and it's not there. I was shopping yesterday with my granddaughter, and I saw someone standing in the aisle at the store, and I glanced back and they weren't there, and I thought, some spirit hanging around in Michael's. And so if you want to see spirits, or you want to see auras, or you want to see things, the first step is in asking to see it and giving yourself permission to see it. Sometimes they show up uninvited, but never to harm us. And psychic vision, if you want to call it that, shows up in so many different ways. Sometimes, for me, I used to be a proofreader for a publishing company, and that was one part of my job. And misspelled words or incorrect usage of words, just literally like they become bold-faced on the page. And I feel like that's my third eye doing my job for me. And people have this, teachers, they see a gleam in somebody's eye that may or may not have been there before they turn around to write on the board. And so then they, say, Johnny, get back in your seat. And Johnny thinks she has eyes in the back of her head, but probably her third eye alerted her to behavior that was about to happen as she was turning around, or he was turning around. So the name of the game with the third eye especially is acknowledging it, inviting it, and then validating it. I really am seeing that, which in the work I do, it takes some courage sometimes, because I see something and the person I'm reading for says, no, that's not true, and yet I see it so clearly. So then I have to ask Spirit, is there another layer of truth to this? Am I seeing into the future? Am I seeing a possibility that they don't yet know exists? So validate for yourself if you're seeing something. Clairvoyance is only one of the many intuitive senses that we have. But since we're focusing on the third eye, that's what we're looking at today. And the third eye, let me do a fun little exercise with you. I invite you to close, well, you probably already have your eyes closed. So my favorite one is to suggest you picture a rose and see. Give you a moment, just picture a rose. And now notice, not the rose, but where you pictured that rose. That's your inner third eye. I call it your inner monitor, like a computer monitor, your inner screen. And becoming familiar with that screen is really helpful. So imagining things, picturing things. I had a client one time ask me if she was going to have a baby, and I couldn't get an answer. And so I visualized a nursery, and I looked in the crib, and the crib was empty. And I thought, okay, well, that's one way to get the information. To create the context for Spirit to fill in the details. And maybe you see colors, around people. That is certainly valid. When I want to see someone's aura, I typically close my eyes, and then I see it on my screen, or I sense it. So vision is more, they say taste is just as much smell as taste. Well, I think vision also involves the other senses. You have a sense, you have a feel. People say, what does my aura look like? And I feel it sometimes more than I see it. And you can imagine if you've ever looked at a color wheel, or as we're going through this exercise, that the lower chakras, the warmer colors on the color wheel, the reds, the orange, the yellow, they're considered warmer colors. So there's more intensity. So if you're going to feel something at those energy centers or in someone's aura, it's going to feel warmer as opposed to blue or green. Blue, green is kind of neutral actually. It can be warm or cool. But then you think of blue and indigo and purple, they're typically cool colors. So recognizing that your vision is more than just your eyes or even your inner eyes. And so let's play another little game. Let's see the screen and imagine that it's a blank screen. You've turned it on and you've blanked it out, and so it's just a blank screen. And so we're asking the question now, Infinite Spirit, what is mine to know right now? What do I need to know right now? Can you show me an image of something that I need to know right now? We'll do one more little exercise, which is if there's someone that you are concerned about, for whatever reason, I invite you to just picture them on your monitor, on your screen, and then see if there's anything that Spirit is pointing out to you. Are they smiling? Do you see any colors around them? And now one final little exercise, because why can't we have fun with this? I invite you to picture someone you know who has passed away, who is now in spirit and no longer in a human form. And picture them. And then imagine, whether they knew how to text or not, imagine that you are looking at the screen of your phone or maybe an email, and you are getting a message from that person. So it's written out. I mean, it's in words and letters, sentences. And know that your deceased loved ones are around you always. Your spirit guides and guardian angels are around you always, and they can communicate with you, whether you see it, something that with seems to be your outside eyes, your physical human eyes, or your third eye, or maybe a combination. And if you have a headache, often it relates to something to do with seeing truth or being denied truth. So the antidote is often, besides taking a break and just resting, is to kind of check in with yourself and go, what do I know to be true? And is someone denying my truth? Or am I denying my truth? So let's take another nice, really deep breath. And know that Infinite Spirit is always communicating with us. Always there. Your spirit guides, guardian angels, your loved ones who have passed away, God, the one presence, the one power, whatever, your higher power, whatever you call it, it's always there for you. And so I invite you to validate what you see, what you know to be true. You know, you've got it in there. You truly do. And let's take another nice deep breath. And I want to remind you that you are whole and perfect exactly as you are, and the one presence and the one power moving in, through, and as me honors and recognizes the one presence and the one power moving in, through, and as you. Namaste. Have a wonderful week.